Hi everyone. The disparities existing in the Black community today are directly traced to inequalities passed on from earlier generations. The birth of jazz and its evolution is rooted in Black artists fighting against systemic oppression. Jazz musicians have always been on the front lines of change. Jelly Roll Morton broke the color barrier when he jumped on stage and played with an all-white band, the New Orleans Rhythm Kings. In 1955, the popular jazz club in LA called Macombo would not book Ella Fitzgerald because she was a person of color. It was only after Marilyn Monroe told the owner of Macombo that she would sit at a front table every night Ella was there that the club booked Ella. This act of solidarity helped bring Ella's career to a new level. A long time ago, Charlie Parker wrote a song that was exactly what Reverend Al Sharpton was talking about at George Floyd's funeral. Now's the time. We can all agree it is time for things to change. At Jazz Angels, part of our mission is to create this environment for safe and creative expression. Typically, at this cycle in our programs, we'd have live performances. Since that's not possible, we're having the world premiere of our virtual jazz festival this Sunday from 5 to 6, live streamed on Facebook. Then, Jazz on the Patio virtual on Saturday, June 20th on YouTube from 5 to 6, featuring our bands playing with top jazz artists, including Tom Scott and some other really cool things. After that, beginning June 22nd, our summer sessions with many jazz bands and related programming. I'll get to that later, but now, folks, that's right, it's time for Studio Session and Communication, the weekly announcements. We only have one more week of rehearsals before the end of this spring session. Thanks to those of you who sent in your riff of the week. Y'all have become very good at playing, recording, and videoing yourselves under these conditions, and learning how to use whatever you have at home to make it all happen. We could all be proud of what we did individually and collectively. At our virtual festival this Sunday, you'll have a chance to see and hear all the bands and several jazz musicians and a few other things too. We're planning on rehearsing all the bands next week. We'll talk about Sunday's gig, and for some bands we'll take care of unfinished recordings and videos. In planning for the summer session, which starts June 22nd, we'll be sending you a survey about this past session. So many of you have made really cool suggestions for bands, music, and other things to do this summer. And that info is very helpful because it's your program too.